achieved.
What up, everybody? Welcome to a casual Saturday mailbag. It's a Suns Out, Guns Out Saturday. Getting ready to go play in this flag football tournament, which my knee is not capable of, so I'll probably play about 8 plays total. But I thought, you know what? I got some minutes to burn before I got to leave the house. How about a wild card Saturday? You know, little mailbag Saturday. So I'm just taking a bunch of questions from you guys that are left here on the last video. Remember, you can do that, youtube.com/Jeff Kavanaugh. Just leave in the comments what you want to talk about tomorrow, and I'll try to take care of you. That's what I do around here. Make sure you're hitting the thumbs up. Make sure you guys see that Loch Ness Monster story? Loch Ness Monster is real. Make sure you're hitting the thumbs up and leaving your comments for what you want to talk about tomorrow. I'll take care of you. So here's what we had from everybody. Johnny Bones, do the Chiefs still win the Super Bowl with Jason Garrett as head coach? No, that was easy. Absolutely not. He's a net negative on game day. Andy Reid is a net positive. Like, we're in a weird place with the Cowboys where we're just begging for a net zero. Just don't screw it up, because Garrett was more negative than anything else. He was awful as a head coach. Good luck to him in New York, though. El Denali says, how many more seasons does Tyron Smith have on the roster via trade, free agency, or retirement? Oh, I bet he's got 4 or 5 left. I think everybody worries about him because he gets banged up a little bit, and bad backs don't tend to magically heal, but he's still awesome. Tyron Smith is way better than people think he is. Like, if you look at the Pro Football Focus grades and they got him in the 70s, that's because they punish the hell out of you for penalties. And Tyron's been called for a bunch of BS holds over the last couple of years. Tyron's still really good. Lyle Collins might be better, though. That's how good he was last year. So I think Tyron, he's still got a very team-friendly contract. Let me take a look at how long that thing still runs for. He signed a forever contract at under market value, which is a lot of fun. That's what Jerry wants everybody to do, but most don't. Let's see. So his deal's through 2023, so that's 3 more. He'll at least play those 3 out. If they wanted to get rid of him, they could. He's running out of guaranteed money, but he's got lots of time left, and he's still a really good player, so don't worry about it. Is that a spot where you could think about it in either this next draft or the one after that, where you could use maybe one of your first 2-round picks on a tackle? Sure, but I'm not in a hurry to replace Tyron. That dude's still good. There's a couple here that go together. Let me make sure I get them together here. Yeah, here's a 3-pack. It's a 3-pack of questions that all go together. Jonathan says, who do you prefer as wide receiver 4, Devin Smith or Tavon Austin? Tuck Matt says, talk about the Cowboys punt return position battle. Something new. Hashtag something new. And Rod Shaw said, Jeff, what do you think about the punt returner? Would rather not have to use CD to avoid injury, but do want to give him as many touch opportunities as possible. What do you think? Wish Devin Smith had any punt return skills. My 4th or 5th wide receiver must have ability to contribute on special teams. Bring Tavon Austin back. He's a free agent. He's useful. I think Tavon can play snaps at receiver. He could be a return man. If you lost somebody to injury, he'd be available to play either slot or he could play outside. But I think Tavon Austin's a pretty good 5th wide receiver on a roster. I still don't know who their 4th is. But, yeah, I think bringing Tavon back is fine because he won't make much money. It'll help you feel better about having a veteran there with your young guys who are battling for those last couple of roster spots at wide receiver. Bring Tavon back. But I would free CeeDee Lamb. I believe that, and maybe it's just the trauma of last year's special teams being terrible at everything, but I want to give CeeDee Lamb a chance to break some tackles back there and make some things happen. I want to give CeeDee Lamb a chance to put some points on the board as a punt returner. Give us a chance to flip a field. Give us a chance for a 20 or 30-yard return. And maybe Tavon's still got the juice to do that, but I wouldn't mind having both those guys on the roster, and I'm not afraid of putting CeeDee Lamb back there. If he gets hurt, then everybody can comment on the video and call me stupid, and then I will withdraw my wanting him to be the punt returner. But for now, hashtag free CD. Let that dude go get it. Thomas said, what kind of comp pick will we get for Byron? The answer, third rounder. You're going to have an extra third-round pick next year for Byron Jones going to Miami. And now the comp pick formulas have never been made public, but there are people who are good at getting very, very close, and their predictions are about spot on these days when they try to figure out what you're going to get. So Byron will be a 3. I'm going to forget somebody, but Robert Quinn will be a 4. You'll have a 5 from, is it Malik Collins or Jeff Heath? You'll have at least 3 extra picks. You'll have at least a 3, a 4, and a 5, or a 3 and a couple of 5s. You'll have extra picks coming this year, and that's why it's fun to dong around with the Jamal Adams idea where it's like, oh, what do I care if I give away a 3rd or a 4th? I'm going to have 2 of them. But I need those. I need my darts to throw at the board. I need my darts to throw at the board. But, yeah, they got comp picks coming. They're getting good at the comp pick game. They're getting good at the cap management thing. Did I give you guys my I would rather have Jadeveon Clowney than Jamal Adams take? Did I already do that? Because when you hear it, you're like, that's dumb. Jamal Adams is better. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Jamal Adams is a better player. But one of them involves, let's say, a 1st and a 3rd round pick. Then you bring in this safety. Then you give the safety a contract. Then you had to restructure some deals to do that. But then you have a really good safety. One of the best in the game for 4 or 5 years. Whereas Clowney, this is the team builder in me. Clowney, if he's desperate enough, signs a 1-year, $8 to $10 million deal, gets you 6 or 7 sacks, plays great against the run, costs you 0 draft picks, and when he's done with the season, when somebody else signs him, you actually get a pick back. You get a comp pick. So I'm on board the Clowney train. I think that this defense would be, the way I just said defense was really weird. Go back and listen to that. I think Clowney would make this a good defense. I don't think he's individually spectacular. I think he's individually good. He's definitely great against the run. And in Houston, he had years where he was 9.5 sacks. I just think right now you're counting on an unknown in Alden Smith, a guy that's just a solid pro in Tyrone Crawford. But if you ran out Tank Lawrence and Jadeveon Clowney as your starting defensive ends with McCoy and Poe as your defensive tackles, now you're really good on the defensive line. You are really good. I mean, you don't have any of those guys that are like a blur getting to the quarterback, but you are just rock freaking solid across the board there. Your run defense is good on accident, and you're got 4 different guys that can push the pocket. So I am on board the Clowney train. Go and restructure. Who do you feel the best about that has a long-term deal? Restructure the Zach Martin deal. Free up $4 or $5 million. Sign your rookie class. Sign Clowney. Then when he walks, get a comp pick back. You can do that with Everson Griffin too if you're a Griffin guy. I don't care. Either way, I'm good. That's the comp pick thing. Grayson Pitts. Do you think Gregory does get reinstated? If so, do you think he'll play more than Alden Smith? I want to say I think Gregory gets reinstated. The only thing about Randy Gregory is with Alden Smith, I talk to people. I know people. And with Alden Smith, they're like, he's going to be reinstated. And with Randy Gregory, everybody that I talk to is like, maybe there's, more than just smoking weed. And I know Randy Gregory's got his mental health things, which makes him my homie. Anybody who has a mental health deal, you're my guy. You're my homie. But I don't know. It sounds like there's more uncertainty with Randy Gregory. Obviously, there's more uncertainty since Alden Smith has already been reinstated. But, yeah, the feeling I get is don't really know with Gregory. If he's back, it would be great. If he's back and Alden Smith is in really good shape, I still think Alden Smith would play more snaps because I think you treat Randy Gregory more as a pass rusher than as a defensive end. And I think Alden Smith could line up and play all 3 downs. Sean Brown's mixing it up here. He said, how will the Texas Rangers do during the 60-game season? I'll say they go 29-31 or 28-32 or 30-30. But you never know. That's the beauty of short seasons. Joey Gallo might hit 20 home runs, win the MVP. Rugi might have a 4 or 5 week stretch where he plays great, which in this case is over half a season. Their rotation, Kluber, if he's back to the form that he was 2 years ago, 2 and 3 and 4 years ago. Mike Minor and Lance Lynn at the top of the rotation. If Corey Kluber is back, that 3-headed monster could be awesome. And then Kyle Gibson's solid. Jordan Lyles hopefully is solid. Don't know about their bullpen. But I will say this, put Nick Solak at first base. At training camp, they had a battle between 2 dudes that couldn't hit. So forget it. Nick Solak, we're already not going to be good at defense. Let's put you at first base. Figure out how to play it. No problem. You're a pro. And get your bat in the lineup. What's your favorite sports movie? Mine is, I've never even heard of that movie. Mine is Goon. I know Goonies. Favorite sports movie? Remember the Titans is good. Any Given Sunday's good. Sandlot's great. Field of Dreams is good. Basketball. The Sixth Man was funny. Space Jam was great because what did it come out, like 94? So I was 10, so that was right up my freaking alley. Space Jam was good. League of Their Own was good. Celtic Pride was good. If we're doing bits. Baseball, Semi-Pro was awesome. Semi-Pro's Talladega Nights was awesome. Are those sports movies? The one where Will Ferrell was an ice skater wasn't as good. Chris Villanueva, who do you think the playoffs are from the NFC, and how do you think the Cowboys stack up against them? Let's see here. Let me take a look real quick. NFC. Let's do a quick projection here. Okay, so we'll have 14 teams now, right? So we're going to have 14. So we'll have 7 NFC playoff teams. With 7 NFC playoff teams, I will say the teams that are going to make the playoffs are the 49ers. They could fall off, though. Who's going to win the North? Vikings kind of ran into their cap problems. I'll pick the Packers to repeat there. I'll take the Cowboys in the East. I'll take the Saints in the South. That gives me 4. I need 3 more. I'll take the Eagles. That's 5. Seahawks Cardinals would be fun. I'm going to do it. Seahawks and Cardinals. I'm going to have 3/4 of the NFC West make the postseason. So 49ers, Seahawks, Cardinals, Packers, Saints, Eagles, and Cowboys. And the Cowboys stack up fine. I think the Saints are the best team in the conference. 49ers have something to say about it. But play well on the day that you play any of those teams, you got a shot. All right, that was my dong around mailbag Saturday. Sun's out, guns out. And these guns need some lifting and some sunshine. But appreciate you guys stopping by. YouTube.com/Jeff Kavanaugh. I'll leave in the comments what you want to talk about tomorrow, and I will try to take care of you. I love you.